My name's Kevin, and as you already know, I'm with Kazuhm. We're a small 19-person but growing startup based out of San Diego. I personally am based in Denver. We've been in business for about 18 months, but we only came out of stealth mode, so to speak, at the end of October. And what I'm going to do in the next few minutes is give you an introduction to our next-gen workload processing platform that allows all organizations to maximize the use of all their IT resources. So let's first talk about blindly following the promises of public cloud. It's not been too long ago that the cloud providers basically were telling everybody that you really needed to go to the cloud now, you needed to take everything to the cloud, and really it was the nirvana solution to all of your IT problems. However, there was a surprise for many people who made that uneducated leap. Companies that were promised savings actually are finding that their budgets are overrunning and the costs are out of control. Cloud-related security issues, whether it be through unprotected interfaces, traffic hacking, and that really affects almost 1 in 5 companies. And then there's the whole point about what really the cloud is. It's basically other people running your work on their machines, so you don't have control. And that's really evidence. If you look at last year, AWS had a mistake. And what it did was it caused outages. It caused website slowdowns that ultimately cost American companies tens of millions of dollars. So what we propose is there is another way. It's not just about using the cloud. It's about taking advantage of all those underutilized and unused resources that you have in your organization, represented by desktops and servers. So what we actually do is we let customers take advantage of that untapped potential that is sitting in all organizations. So for example, tonight, your desktops and servers, or your desktops specifically, are all sitting unused. We can actually recapture that and make it available for use for digital workloads. Now we're working with a number of different companies, but a couple of examples to give you an idea of the scope and scale of this. This first example is from a university department. The second one is from a major US retailer. And the third one is for an international media and entertainment company. So you can really see the scope and the scale of the benefits that can be taken when you actually take advantage of your own internal desktops and servers. But ultimately what we want to do is open people's eyes to the fact there is a world beyond cloud. What we want to be able to do is have you take advantage of all your compute resources, from desktops, from legacy servers, private cloud, public cloud, and as many people have already heard, the edge will eat the cloud, there's IoT. So there is a myriad of devices that are out there that you can take advantage of to basically go after what I believe is the end goal, optimal workload placement. So it really shouldn't be about the resources you're using. It should be about the right workload going on the right resource for the right reason. So whether that be cost-based, performance-based, security compliance if you've got HIPAA and you're in healthcare, you really need to look at all those different options. And so what Kazuhm does is it provides a platform that allows you to do that. It's simple, so we basically allow users to run their own workloads without involvement from IT. It's flexible. We actually allow, for example, when you run out of local resources, you can on-demand burst into the cloud and take advantage of it. And we actually layer on that an AI engine that helps you make those types of decisions in basically going for optimal workload placement. So basically Kazuhm is a portal-based system that can either be deployed in the cloud or on your on-premise, on-premise. So basically it allows you to declare resources to Kazuhm, and then simply, I'll use this example of one of our clients who's actually using transcoding, which is allowing you to take a video job and turn it into different resolutions and bit rates. So I'm a video guy, I'm not an IT guy. So basically all I need to do is find my files, in this case video, decide on how I want to change those video parameters. In this case I'll use 1. The sound I want to apply, submit the job, and as you can see at the top there, create new job. I jumped ahead, sorry. So it actually shows you the job's running. And when it's finished, I can pull the demo and show you the different resolutions, but I won't do that in the sake of time. But really the whole idea is it's simple enough for somebody who doesn't need to know IT technology to be able to run their own workloads, and those workloads to run wherever you want them to run, whether it be in the cloud, private, public, or on your own desktop and recaptured servers. And with that, I will open it up for questions. Certainly.
So how do you, I'm trying to understand, I'm thinking of like a company of 2,000 people, right? You have, say, 2,000 VMs or 1,000 VMs, 1,500 desktops. How do you, where do you pull all the resources together? Is it just, how does that?
Well, basically what it does, it takes all your so the question was, if I'm a typical company that's got 1,000 desktops and a number of, say, VMs sitting on servers in the data center, and I know that those are actually potential resources I could use, how would I pull them together? So ultimately what Kazuhm does is it allows you to mesh those, to declare all of those resources, and then you can organize them into clusters that you can allow for whatever applications. So you set up for a desktop, I want it to be available 100% from 6 p.m. till 5 a.m. and then I want it to be available only when a certain resource parameter drops to a certain level during the day or not at all. The same with the VMs. So whichever way, so basically the way I look at it is, I think of it as a next-gen grid. You've got a lot of different devices that are meshed together in a fabric, a compute fabric, which you can then deploy whatever workloads you want onto in an intelligent way. Does that help answer the question?
Yeah, so basically, being in a corporate environment, but you're a 9-to-5 shop and you need computing power up hours to do batch processing.
Batch processing, yep.
Okay, I get it.
So we've got one customer that is doing rendering, so they're taking video animation and rendering it, and they're using their desktops in off hours, which means they don't have to spend millions of dollars in the cloud to do it. Yes?
Do these have to be Kazuhm-enabled applications, or can I be doing my rendering on my own rendering engine?
The rendering engine has to be ported to the platform to be able to use it.
Okay, so all the applications need to be ported onto your...
If they're not already available. So we're going to have a marketplace, so Blender, transcoding, Apache Spark, they're all going to be available already within the platform. And then we're using APIs and SDKs to make it very easy for developers to port their own applications. And if they want to, they can then certify them and then put them up on the marketplace for other people. Yes? I think this is going to be the last question before I...
Who does this run? Who percent will be like, what kill this process?
Well, basically we deploy an agent. So there's an agent that gets deployed to whether it's a Windows desktop, a Mac, a Windows server, Linux server, a cloud node. So basically it can keep track of all the different resources. So yes, there is an agent deployed to every single resource. Yes. So So basically you declare that, once you've declared the resources, those resources can then be turned into Kazuhm nodes effectively, automatically. But you have to go through a declaration process. And there are automated tools to help you do that if you've got 1,000 desktops. You don't have to go do it one at a time. And with that, I think I'm out of time. But if you have more questions, come see me. I have the big pop-up banner, so you can find me really easily. And if you want to, and if you give me a business card, you can take a Kazuhm beer glass. So there's a good reason for coming to talk to me. Okay, thank you.